Hey everybody, this is Odawa from My Gaming Addiction, and I've been thinking about unlootable loot rooms and whether they really are unlootable. So today we're going to be testing out spamming E to catch loot bags before they hit the ground. And we're going to be doing that after we hit it with explosive ammo. You could also do this with a spear. Now this is a totally different way of catching loot than if you were hitting it with a rocket. If you're hitting an unlootable loot room with a rocket, you can't be anywhere near to catch that loot bag. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about catching the loot bags by spamming E. So we're going to review 3 different TC designs to protect your TC, and then another 6 unlootable loot room designs. Plus, I want to just sort of clear the air regarding this unlootable loot room design that I had proposed about a week ago. Now, this is a cool idea because, the cross roof doesn't allow you to enter in, but the fact is once you access or destroy all of your loot here, not only can you spam E to catch that loot before it drops, but you can also just drop a bag in here to catch your stuff that you want to get. Okay, so this design right here is not really an unlootable design, so we're going to ignore it for the purpose of this test, even though it has some cool benefits to it. So basically, let's take a look at what we're looking at here. We've got the ability to protect our TC and still access. You can actually put a door on there too. Right here, I've seen this design used. Instead of a box, you can do a ceiling. So can raiders. Raiders can also use a twig ceiling, access your TC, but once it's destroyed, hopefully it's going to drop down there. Same idea here, except we used a window instead of a low wall. And with a window costs 4 rockets. And then right here, I like this design, and we're going to test it out today to see if we can spam E and catch the loot. And this has some really cool features here, because without this, you cannot see the boxes, so therefore you cannot hit them easily. So yeah, we're gonna try that out in a little bit. And over here we've got a design that I'll talk about in a moment. When I saw Evil Worst design, I thought that looks really cool. That is impossible for the body to get in. You can loot these 2 top boxes, but the bottom part here features a vanishing loot system, which Evil Worst and his friends discovered. So how this works is if this part down here is closed off, or maybe only accessible by you, the loot in the bottom part here will actually glitch through the soft side of this sheet metal wall. It has to be sheet metal and appear over here for you to collect later, or for it to just despawn. So we're gonna be testing this one out and all these other ones. Let's talk about why I haven't really used this very much, because for a long time I've been using stuff like this, which is great for rockets. Once the rocket destroys these boxes, that loot drops down. You cannot get it, but we're going to be testing out if we can spam E today. That's what it's all about. Same thing over here. We got a design right here where you can access the box, but once that loot's destroyed, you cannot access the loot bag. We're going to try to spam E and catch that loot. Here's Zipic's design, using the carpets to help slide that loot bag down, and I think Evil Worst used that in one of his recent videos. Now this design right here, I don't see a lot of people using it or talking about it. You got your loot at the back here, which can be accessed through the front. In fact, it's really difficult to see this if you put down maybe even some lanterns or something like that. You almost can't see this at all, which is awesome. And lanterns are great because they can just be picked up. You could also put some unlocked boxes, which look really unappealing for people to loot. The problem with this is, well, that's not a problem, but actually the cool part of it is that you can access these boxes through this roof, and it's really easy. The thing is you have to know where to look. So basically, if you look down at the bottom, you're going to find a spot where you can access the large wooden boxes behind it. So I think that's actually really awesome, and we're going to be testing out if we can, in fact, spam E and catch the loot before it gets out of our way. So in the interest of keeping this video shorter than the last time I recorded it, which was 30 minutes, we've copied and pasted all of this over here, and we're going to try out the 3 TC designs on this side over here, because I needed to make sure I couldn't open the TC first of all, or even this door. It's all locked. I won't be able to access that TC loot until the loot bag drops. So we're going to start off with this one right now. Here we go. 4 rockets for the armored door. All right, now I think what I forgot to do, guys, is I forgot to reset Vice's raid cost tracker. So I'm going to reset that right now back to 0, and we're going to try that again. Here we go. So 4 rockets, 1, 2, 3, 4. And unfortunately, I just messed up. So we're going to try that again. So let's do this. So paste, TC, unloot, 1. And now we're ready to go. Okay, thanks, Vice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we got infinite ammo on here with explosive ammo. Here we go. I'm going to be spamming E when I get down. So I'm spamming E and I could not access that. Okay, so that loot has dropped down. So TC unlootable design number 1, it works. Okay, and to build that, that's pretty easy. You're just going to basically go and do like this. Boom, boom. You can put a half wall or a full wall here. Put down single door. Put on a door. Have it swing inwards. And then place your TC like that. And then close it up to make it unlootable. Just like that. Okay, that's how you make it. On to number 2 or 3. So number 2 and 3 basically are the same idea. You have a half wall, a low wall, or a half wall and a window piece. You can see the opening on the window piece and the low wall are identical. So I just skipped over to number 3, which we're going to try right now, resetting our raid counter. So let's destroy that with 4 rockets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's throw on some twig. And now we can try to access that, but we can't, can we? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many it's going to take. All right, I was spamming E and I couldn't catch it. Okay, so loot room number 2 and 3 also work. So all 3 of these work. They are unlootable. Okay, now we can come back over here and we're going to try to spam E and catch this loot. We've got to come up on the campfire to access these boxes. Okay, without that, you can barely even see them. Although you can still damage them a bit, especially if you hit them at an angle like that. All right, anyway, we're going to come up here and just curious. Yeah, that didn't take any damage yet. Okay, let's start. First of all, let's reset that raid counter back to 0. And here we go. Thrust, build videos. They often say that. Here we go. All right, here we go. Getting a little bit of lag here on my computer, guys. Okay, well that didn't work. So, what? That's not even gone yet? No, I'm gonna mess it up! Ah, I missed it. I heard that it fall. Oh, that was the campfire that fell. All right, well, enjoy this video. We're gonna try that now. The campfire's gone. That sucks. Let's pretend the campfire was not gone. Building blocked. Building blocked because of this DC. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Okay, I caught the loot by spamming E. So, design number 4, in other words, the first of the large boxes, was lootable by spamming E. Okay, we're gonna do this one right now. Same idea. Let me just reset that timer. All right, here we go. Not only is it vanishing through this wall over here, but if you didn't have this closed off, then that's like definitely unlootable. But when you add this right here, this design
could be used with the vanishing loot build, which is really cool. So I'm going to show you how to make the vanishing loot build right now. It's really easy. So we're going to pay attention to the sheet metal foundation and the rows of squares right there. So what you're going to do is place your half wall with the soft side inside your loot room. Grab your large wooden boxes, and we're going to look at this middle line right here, the middle line. Okay, now we're going to line it up so it's nice and straight. Then we're going to go 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right about there. Slide it over, snap it against this low wall. It's got to be the soft side. Okay, when you do that, then when the loot bag falls, it's actually going to glitch right through here. And this is really awesome, right? Because you could close this entirely up so that the loot just despawns, or you could, have it so you access it later on. So yeah, that's awesome. But if you don't, right, vanishing loot, it's actually over here. Okay, but you've seen that already in Evil Worst videos. Let's move on to the next. So I would say this one, you could catch the loot. This one, if you don't do the vanishing loot, closing this off right here, the vanishing loot is actually more like very convenient loot. So where did that one go? That one also vanished. Okay. All right. Evil Worst. Let's test this out. Okay, the top box is definitely lootable. I'm going to reset the raid counter here, and we're going to spam E. I don't know if I tried to spam E as much as I needed to there, but that one didn't work. Let's try the bottom one here. I was spamming E, but yeah, that didn't work. So Evil Worst design, unlootable. I don't think this is exactly Zipix design. This one is Zipix for sure. This might be Zipix as well, but it's I kind of did a twist on it where I had the large wooden boxes peering through over here, which is more similar to this last one here. All right, let's test it out. Here we go. Now, if you had some shotgun traps down here, they couldn't stand here, but they could also stand right here. Totally spammed that and caught it, no problem. Totally easy, so not unlootable when spamming E. Okay, let's reset this guy here. Zipix design featured in Evil Worst video, although he uses it with like a little more obstacles around it. Enough talking, let's do it. Yep, lootable. Lootable. Now, if you miss that, it's actually not even that hard to get this afterwards either. So, yeah. All right. Next, we've got a design I really like. Here we go. Let's reset this. And I wonder if yeah, see, I can't access right there. All right. Wow. I think I destroyed it already. Yep. Unlootable. Now, for this other side right here, we'd have to just do the same thing over again. So that's 203 explosive ammo, and unlootable. Unfortunately, it is
vulnerable to incendiary rockets like this. So that's going to catch fire extremely fast. I think I remember something about loot bags will fall towards the person that destroyed them. So while I get 4th degree burns here, that loot bag is right there, which we still cannot access. So right now that's less than half health. Let's do 3 rockets. 1, 2, 3, and finish it off with this. Okay, and so our raid costs for this loot room were 3 rockets and 230 explosive ammo. So definitely unlootable, this one. Evil Worst with the vanishing system, unlootable. This one, if you add the vanishing loot, it is unlootable. Now remember, you can also try to do that with a raised foundation. I don't think it's going to be lootable. We can try that right now. So I just placed that really fast. If I actually took my time with it here. Is this still here? What's going on? I must have hit something else. All right. Got to hurry up here. So, 1, 2... Excuse me, I'm really lagging here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why does my computer feel weird? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I slide it this way, remember I said that this has to be the soft side? If it's a foundation, let's test if it has the same effect. All right. Now I'm going to be able to access that. I got to put some stuff in here. All right. We'll just do another copy here. So copy loot room 4. Copy loot room 4. Paste loot room 4. Okay, and we were looking at... Oh no. I did this stupid paste thing where the height is... Okay, let me try that again. What was it? Paste loot room 4. Couldn't... Okay, too far away. Paste loot room 4. Still too far. Oh, there it is. It's under the ground. This isn't going to really serve our purpose. Okay, well, we'll try anyway. Let's restart our raid counter. Okay, so if you have a foundation instead of ceilings, the loot also does vanish inside the foundation. All right. So, I actually can't remember, guys, this time when I recorded the video. Did I show you how to place this? If I did, I apologize. I'm going to repeat myself one more time. So this last design right here, we're going to be able to access this loot. And here we go. A little bit of communication about this. So here we go. You're going to think about what side you want the you want this on, okay? And that's where you're going to be standing. And we're going to just go to the center line and come 3 rows of those little squares. 1, 2, let me try that again. 1, 2, 3. Just right there. And just like that. And then slide over, place it again. Back up until you get blue. It's blue when you place it with the 3 squares. And then you're going to have to close all of this up. And there's ceiling. And that's how you do it. So, now, if you want to put a triangle foundation, sorry, let me just turn this light back on. So to access that, you're going to look down, and it's right there. If you want to put a triangle foundation on the backside, it's going to limit how many boxes you can put. So you could do walls like this, right? And right here, You can do the 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. All right, that'll work. And we can close this up. Okay, no one can see it. You can conceal it with some small wooden boxes maybe that are unlocked. You know, don't lock these boxes. I just locked it because I have auto lock on, and that'll conceal it pretty well. Maybe put a couple. You could even put some small lanterns, right? And that'll conceal it enough that you can hopefully just have people ignore it. But I think an unlocked box in front of it is the best choice. But let's take a look at the backside here. Now we cannot place any more right here. We could place maybe a small wooden box. But the problem with that is that if this wall is right here, wow, my computer is really laggy right now. Just reinstalled it last weekend. Yeah, you cannot place this here. I mean, you can place that there, but you're not going to be able to place this. It's going to be red. So the solution is give yourself a little more room. Okay, now you can have that all closed off. It's fine. And you can place this in here, but don't do 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. Do 3.5 for a small box. Okay, and you can even do that over here as well. So 3.5. All right, and then this can close up, no problem. And can we still access it all? Let's try. So that middle box we'll be able to access, no problem. Just got to know where to look. It's at the bottom. This one, we can see it. Can we access it? Sometimes the small wooden boxes, I have to fiddle around with the 3.5 rows to get it. Okay, couldn't access that. But it is possible. I can feel the video getting too long here, guys. I really want to wrap this up. All right, so 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. Plus half. Maybe go a little more, like 3/4. Nah, it's not really. That's just 3.5. Okay, we'll try that again. Come on, give it to me. There we go. So I found it. So that will work, no problem. But one more note on this: if you try to do just triangle foundations, you can't. So if you put a triangle in the back, that's okay. It's going to limit how many boxes you can fit. But if you put a triangle in the front, you'll see the problem. Okay, so the problem is clear when let's just place something really quick here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. All right, that's going to place fine. Maybe you can even close this up. That's good. You can place your roof piece. Okay, this time I couldn't. Don't know why. I gotta try that again. Basically, I'm going to show you how it doesn't work, so I don't need to waste time on this. But yeah, you place your roof, but then what are you going to do right here, right? If you have your boxes right there, what are you going to do? Are you going to place a wall? So if you place a wall right here, that'll stop people from seeing, but then you got to place a wall over here. You can't access your loot. It's not going to work with a triangle. You might think, oh, that's fine, I'll just put a window. But you can still see the loot. They can't get through, but they can see it. So if you want to conceal it, don't use a triangle foundation on this side, okay? Got to use a square on this side, or possibly just a square and a square to have, 2 large wooden boxes, which is great. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to say for this test. So basically, 3 TC loot room designs, they are unlootable. This guy works with the vanishing loot. No, not this one. This one works with the vanishing loot if you have this guy right here. Evil Worst works. Sorry, Zipic, it's not really unlootable if you spam E, but it will work with rocket splash damage. And then this last one right here, that works. That was pretty expensive. 3 rockets and 230 explosive ammo or something like that. Wasn't I going to do another test here with a rocket splash damage? Yeah, so you can see right here, one rocket. I don't even know where that went. Is this the second time I did it? First time, second time. Jeez, I can't remember. My goodness. Take my word on it. All of these things work. If you use splash damage, they are all unlootable. splash from rockets. So unlootable test 1. File does not exist. Paste. I can't remember now. Unlootable test 1. Okay, so if we use rockets to destroy this stuff, they're all full of some loot. So 1 rocket, right? That's going to make the loot fall on the other side. So let's do this. 1. Okay, so that would be unlootable with rockets. So this guy, unlootable with rockets, unless it's too close and your loot vanishes onto the side that you want it on. This one, we know that it's unlootable for the bottom 2. Okay, if they're too close, they're going to pop through this side, but you might want that if you're doing the vanishing loot. And then this one, in fact, it's lootable, so that one was placed too close. This one right here, yeah, definitely lootable. Although, let's be nice. If you did place a box right here, is it because of the TC? Yeah. If you place this back far enough, like this or whatever, you can still access it, but if that gets destroyed, well, now I think that wasn't it. It's the other one, the one at the back there. I can't access that. All right, so that would be unlootable with rockets as well. But to review, if you're not relying on rockets, basically unlootable rooms are only this one with the vanishing loot, this one when you add this with the vanishing loot, and this one right here. And there's probably some other designs that I don't know about, but that's my video. Thanks so much for watching, and sorry if I took a long time. There was a lot to cover, so thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for more cool tips or some other way to end this video to make you want to subscribe. Thanks. Take care.